My name's Tom Kelly. I'm one of the Bogside Artists. We're talking about the Bernadette mural. You know, you build a big mystique around it, but really they're simply saying, look, this is our experience. And that mural in particular shows the experience of the woman in the Battle of the Bogside in particular. And that's Bernadette, who was almost seen like a Joan of Arc figure around here in 1968, 69, 70. And she's a very strong woman, very strong character, very strong political character, and one that is easily recognised. And she suited the purposes of what we were trying to say by the mural, which is just an acknowledging the strength and the fortitude of the woman, not just of the Bogside, but throughout the city, in pursuit of very democratic and basic civil rights.
We are in here. The police, the B specials are right out, and the army are between the two of us. And that is the way we want it, and that is the way...
It's probably mainly Derry's history. Derry's history, particularly when it comes to the role of women, not just in the political arena, but overall the role of women in Derry during, I suppose, hard times from the past, you know, and there was a massive high rate of unemployment here for men, and the only employment that there was for women in the shirt factories. So Derry's history as regards the role of the woman, it has to be honoured, because the women were the breadwinners, the women worked very long hours in the shirt factories. So then when it become the political, the civil rights movement and so on, during the period of the civil rights movement here in Derry in the late 60s, and when there was protest, the calling for a strike or the downing of tools, and it was the women who were the ones that were working in the shirt factory, so they would have been the ones striking and marching to the city centre, demanding equality and so on and so forth. Bernadette spent a lot of time in Derry, she spent a lot of time in the Bogside, and then with the outbreak of, we know in history as the Battle of the Bogside, which led to the introduction of the British Army onto the streets. So here in the Bogside, right outside the community centre here, Rossville Street, is where the Battle of Bogside took place. It was the entire community coming together in their eyes to defend the community against the RUC at the time.
Yeah, this is why we did this on this street. This is not just any street. This is not just about painting any mural on any available wall. This is Rossville Street. This is probably one of the most historical streets in Ireland. This has seen a Bloody Sunday, the Battle of Bogside, and just the general battle area of Derry for almost 40 years. This street, and there just happened to be, 6 blocks of flats on one side of it, and they got gable ends on both ends, which make up 12, and they're all exactly the same dimensions. Look at the other side of Rossville Street. There is no flats with big gable walls, just all on this side of the street. And to us, that was an open canvas, that was a blank canvas on such a historical street. We grew up here, and between the three of us, we happened to be able to paint, and art was our escape, I suppose, from the conflict. At least, we were fortunate in that sense, when a lot of other people had no more or hadn't any outlets they kind of escape. But we could escape from it by using art and expressing ourselves. We are telling our story, but through the murals here in the Bogside.
Bernadette, she was an elected MP at the time, and she was also very much to the forefront, almost a leadership role in the Battle of the Bogside. And I suppose that was Bernadette's claim to fame. As Tom explained earlier, when we wanted to pay tribute to the role of woman, it was obvious to us that the lady to use would be Bernadette Devlin. In the mural, you can see Bernadette is holding a megaphone. She has her hand reaching out almost as a gesture to dialogue and negotiation other than violence.
This mural shows Bernadette in all her glory with the hand extended. Which shows that very much at the start there was a call for dialogue, for debate, for discussion, And of course, when the B Specials came to the Bogside, that fell into pandemonium. We had the death of Samuel Devaney, beaten to death by the B Specials in front of his wife and kids. And Bernadette, very simply, galvanised the community, got us all together, the men, women and children, and decided that those people who are supposed to be upholding the law are the very ones that are breaking it, then we must defend ourselves. And that brought about the formation of Free Derry and also the Battle of the Bogside. And the rest, they say, is history. But this is to celebrate the role of the women in 35 to 40 years of conflict. And that's why they're very much in the front line and the men are in the back.